everyone, and welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon. We are back for more Karma route. This time we are here to get his good ending. Yes, we are back because in the last episode we finished off his route with, of course, his bad ending because we just, at least me, I just absolutely suck at freaking romancing him. So we are back to do his good ending. I pulled up a guide. I'm using the old guide that I did with Rod. It's non-spoilery, and it's gonna give us the proper answers in order to get his good ending so that we can wrap this up in a nice package and not feel guilty, okay? We don't have to feel guilty about the last time where, you know, what happened was, really quickly, we basically our rescue mission went underway. We got into the palace with our squad, our entourage, which consisted of what's it called? Delora, Karma, Jurian, Garland, and Waltz, and us ourselves. So we got in pretty smoothly. We went into the dungeon area, but when we were there, Karma had some chest pains again with his curse, and he kind of foreshadowed us where he was like, you know, why won't you tell us why you're hurting and what kind of secrets, why is your curse like that kind of thing. And he said that if he told us, then we would end up like hating him, or worse, like fearing him, and we're like, what is there to be afraid of? And he's just like, well, got really cryptic. But then of course Jurian, Garland, Delora came back from the dungeon, said that the king and queen weren't there, and there's a whole mess. So because of that, we had to split into two teams to try to find them. So it was Karma, Waltz, and us. We went off into the throne room, and the rest went off into like the living quarters to try to find the queen. And we were trying to find the king. So we came back. We were heading down the hallway, but then we got into a little bit of tussle with some knights, and then Varg showed up. And he overpowered us, and he sort of kidnapped us into the throne room. When we woke up, he like knocked us out, and we woke up in the throne room, kind of tied up to a chair and blindfolded by Varg. And then we're just like, what the hell is going on, kind of thing. And we also see the king there too. He was tied up, and he's like, you know, bound to his throne as well too. So Varg was there, and then he was like telling us about how, like, we were trying to accuse him of working for Alcaster, but Varg is like, nah, I ain't loyal to nobody. And then Alcaster storms in, and was like, oh ho ho, like, look who it is, kind of thing. He knows who we are because thanks to Mithros. And we were like, okay, so Mithros knows who we are, but how is that possible? Blah 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 blah, so and so and so. Alcaster was going on his villain speech about why it is that he's done this whole coup thing, and then this knight comes running in, and he's like, there's a beast loosed in the castle, and of course everybody thinks it's like Mithos is doing, and of course it's Alcaster's like, that's impossible, Mithos is dead, blah blah blah. And we were like, that's where we kind of semi found out that Mithos is a witch. And then Alcaster was like, forget about it, whatever, we got a bigger problem to deal with, kind of thing. Varg lets us go because he's like, well, you know, I ain't loyal to nobody, so yeah. So he lets us go, and then the beast shows up, and of course, I know, everybody knows, I think it's pretty obvious that we knew that the beast was Karma, and the beast goes on a rampage. We, of course, have no idea how the beast came to be. We got super scared. We tried to run away from it, and defended ourselves from it, and then up until the last minute, we accidentally stabbed Karma in the chest, killed him, and then that's when we found out that it was indeed Karma from all his nuances and all his characteristics, that we finally pieced it together, and we're like, no, Karma, yeah, he died, we killed him. So we're back here now. Anyways, yeah, so let's get started. We're all the way back here. I'm not gonna go all the way back to the beginnings of his route, the common route area, because, you know, I would figure that's kind of useless at this point. So we're gonna start here. This is like the earliest kind of like beginning stages of his route, and this is where we're in it, and this is one of his first choices. So I'm gonna probably skip out on two of the choices because the first two times I actually, no, I didn't do that. I don't want that. The first couple of times, two choices that I did, I got it right. So we're gonna skip on that, and then I'll get to the choice where we start kind of fucking up. So yes, let's continue. Okay, so yes, I skipped out on two choices, like I said. I skipped out on the whole, like, you know, the first choice you guys saw was Karma, just talking about sort of kind of his curse. I think he revealed the fact that, like, oh yes, my curse is that every woman will fall in love with me and will go crazy over me if they see the sight of me as a man. So yeah, and then we're like, and he's like, it's terrible, right? And then, you know, to us, it doesn't seem as terrible, but like I said, it was terrible because, you know, it's a curse. A curse is terrible for a reason. one. And the second choice we skipped out on was basically standing up for Rumpel when Karma kind of got a little pissy, got really aggressive and violent towards Rumpel when he shouldn't have. He went overboard with it, and we're like, hey, chill, Karma. Like, you know, he gets on your nerves, but hey, just, you know, don't kill him over it. Anyways, we're here. We're here. And I think it's when we first kind of like our first night or so, and we're like, we couldn't sleep, or we couldn't, I don't know, something was keeping us that night, so we decided to go out and get some fresh air. And so we're here, and I said to go outside the first time around, but this time the guide is telling me to remain inside, which is like, oh, okay, like that's weird. Anyways, let's just go with it. So what is that? Yeah, we hear a noise. And that was when we could either choose to investigate it, to go outside and find it, or to remain inside. But we're gonna stay inside. We're gonna be here. So on second thought, maybe it would be dangerous. I turn and see Delora looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Delora, did you come down to visit Mr. Broom or something? I didn't know you two had gotten so close. No, we haven't. It was a joke, Princess. You really don't have a sense of humor, do you? Hey now, I think it is you who does not have the sense of humor. Huh, snappy as a crocodile as always. Yes. So what are you doing down here? Well, couldn't sleep? Me too. Yeah. I heard some sounds. I just wanted to see where they were coming from. Oh, sounds. Are you really spooked by some sound from the forest? Or are you just too curious for your own good? The latter. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I know. I do not ask for your opinion, witch. Oh, okay. Well, the both of us could use some fresh air, don't you think? Alright. Ooh. I stare at her in surprise. What? Okay. Come on. I know a place where we can go. That's interesting. Like, we have to, like, get invited out, I guess. Okay. Well, anyways, that got us our little point with Karma, which is okay. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna go skip on ahead, use this handy dandy skip forward button to go to our next choice, which is our talk with Garland and how he has feels for Jurian, but he's like too scared to say it. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we are. Yes, so as I was saying, this is the point where where we see Garland, not Jurian. We see Garland was pretty distracted when he's fighting against Karma, and we don't know why, except Karma obviously knows. Oh no, we know what's up too as well, because, you know, it's obvious about Jurian. So we're just wondering, why is it that, like, you know, Garland is so hesitant on, you know, telling his feelings for her when they're so close and they're nice and blah 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 blah. I said to just say something to her, but that's a little too forceful to, like, start off on. So we have to say, I can see why you wouldn't tell her. Damn. So harsh. Because she's better than me. Aw, no, because if you told her and she refused, then it would be difficult afterwards. Okay, I get it, okay. I get it. So it's supposed to lean more towards where we had sense. Oh god, my goodness. You understand, Princess? Yes, of course I understand. I'm not stupid. No, I didn't mean it like that. Don't take offense, Garland. That's just the way she talks. The princess is a fragile flower with petals always curved inwards. Nice. Thank you for the analogy. What does that even mean? See, if it were Jurian, she'd probably know, but I'm just as confused as you are. I don't think so. I don't think anyone understands half of the fluff Karma speaks. Yes, true, but we got points for him because of that. It's because I weave love and dedication into every single one of my words. There's a beauty in deciphering them. Okay, well, but enough idle chat, sir. Let us continue our training. Yes, okay, there we go. So there we go. So, okay. Alright. My bad for being too headstrong. Okay. So I'm gonna skip on the next choice, because the next choice is basically the whole cupcake choice when we were out of town with Karma, and we had to decide on which cupcake would appeal to Karma, and it was the lizard one, and I chose correctly because of that. So I'm gonna skip on to the choice where notoriously I missed out on because I wasn't listening to my gut instinct. So yes. Okay, here we are. This one choice that I kind of beat myself over when it happened, and I guess for the rest of the other routes too, because this is where Karma's little potion to change his voice into a more feminine one, like, runs out, and then the lady lady comes up to us and was like, you know, fawning over Karma. But since Karma is dressed as a lady, but he sounds like a man now, we're super confused and we're put into an awkward situation on whether or not we should try to help him escape this situation or to just, you know, basically just tease him for it. So we're gonna tease him for it because it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. So he obviously wants to leave, but I cannot help myself. Miss Karma, I do wish you would say something. Yes, say something to this poor lady who so admires you, you know. At the very least, you should thank this girl for her compliment. Oh no, it's quite alright. Okay, come on, Karma. You're usually the most charming person on these streets. What happened? Thank you. He sounds like he's dying now. I cannot help but start laughing again. The small annoyance on Karma's face seems to dissipate completely. Leaving. Okay, leaving. Bye. Okay, there you go. Okay, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Ah, okay, maybe I should have, yeah, I should have teased him. Should have fully teased him. But anyways, whatever, regardless, I would have messed it up anyways to get the bad ending. So let's fast forward to the next choice. The next choice being, I think this is when our near kidnap situation, right? Yes, it is. So let's fast forward to that, unless there's some new dialogue. Okay, there we go. So then there's no new dialogue after the whole tease Karma thing, because either way, Karma remarks that he's like, oh, it's nice that I could make you laugh or smile kind of shit, and it's like, okay, oh, it's so cute. So he's like, he's willing to, like, you know, be put into an uncomfortable situation just to make us laugh. Anyway, so here's our her first near kidnapping situation, where we were out with Waltz and we were snatched by this dude in the alleyway, and I said, and the choice here is to fight back or to wait for an opening. I said wait for an opening because I thought I was being street smarts, you know, staying alert, but I guess not. We're supposed to be a little bit more feisty the first time around and then kind of learn from it instead of jumping the gun and, you know, being smart first and then, you know, kind of like, oh, okay, so fight back. I have to fight back. Maybe I can still draw people's attention to me. Yes, I try to squirm my way out of the man's arm, but it does not work. He chuckles lightly at me until I elbow him in the stomach. Okay. For the few moments that I am free, I try to run, but all too soon the man grabs me again with the same punishing grip over my mouth and nose to stop me from screaming. Oh. Well then, you're a real feisty one, ain't ya? Well, I feel like I might faint. In one last attempt to get free, I tug at the man's hand with my own and manage to shift it just enough until I can bite down on it. Oh, this is where we bite down on, we can reuse that move that we nearly used on Karma, huh? Ow. The man screams in pain, his grip finally loosening. I can hear him curse as I run away from him. Oh, we get away, huh? Well, that's true though. As I was saying, I was like, if we could put up a fight against this guy, I think we would have won, or had it, like, you know, work out better for us instead of like that time where we tried to fight the knights and I did that just because, you know, I thought it was a trick question, but it wasn't. So a few minutes later I realized that I have gone in the wrong direction. Oh well, it's okay. You were a little bit, you know, flustered. I soon come to a dead end in the alleyway and I can hear the man running up behind me. Oh, dang it. Dang it. What is this I see before me? Oh no, Karma comes to the rescue anyways. Hey, hey. I look up to see Karma standing on the rooftop above us in his disguise, holding a sword, a broad grin on his face. There you go. Okay, so there's that. Alright, so he comes to our rescue anyways. Okay, so let's fast forward to the next choice, which I think is a really random one about the whole, like, okay, help Karma do his makeup, but which do you think, you know, you concentrate or you focus more when people smile? And yeah, I answered that incorrectly as well too, so let's get to that. Ooh, okay, new dialogue. Okay, so I saw you fight back. That was very admirable. Stop. What is haunted keyboard? Stop it. So I see you fight back. I saw you fight back. That was very admirable. That was a very admirable attempt. Oh, thank you. Okay. So he likes our spunk. You saw me. Yeah. Yes, as you were coming to the end of the alleyway. But I didn't manage to escape. But you fought back. It doesn't matter, princess. You certainly made the effort. Yes, thank you. But I digress. Oh, okay. You are quite welcome. You are quite welcome, princess. It was my pleasure. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the fast forward button just to skip the dialogue, just so we can get up to the actual choice, because it's really close by. It's just new dialogue. It's just in between here because of our last choice. There we go. So if someone was smiling, the first feature I would look at on their face would be, you know what? Going through these choices now, I really should have went with my gut instinct like the first time around. Like I think throughout this entire time I was thinking too much into her choices. I just need to like just kind of go for it in a way, because I kind of did. It was working out like pretty well so far, but then I started self-doubting myself, and I was like, but it could be this, but oh, okay, well, let's just go easy on it. I was like, nah. See, because this time I was like, it said the lips was the right answer, and it made sense because I was working out the logic where it's like when a person smiles, it's like two things it would happen is that your eyes kind of crease up, and as well as your lips, but it would be more so towards the lips teeth area, because that's where the smile is mainly coming from, right? So it's like, ugh. The lips. Despite myself, I find my gaze dropping to Karma's lips. Okay. Yes, lips. Why do I feel like I'm walking into a trap? The lips? Yes. Ipsu? Nayanun ko imnidan. Okay, no. Wrong game. My princess, I didn't think I'd ever hear you say that you looked at my lips when I smiled. Well, again, I did not say that. Oh, but you did, and princess, I do believe you're blushing. Oh, shut up. Even though Karma never said he was referring to his features, I thought about his lips anyway. The thought makes my heart flop, though I do not have the faintest idea why. Why is my heart going doki doki? Anyway, I agree, though eyes are important, a smile isn't quite as brilliant without the lips. Without the lips, yes, because if there was no lips to, you know, the smile, then it would be kind of creepy. I try to imagine a smile without lips and shudder. I know, right? Exactly. My point exactly, yes. Sorry, princess, I misspoke. Try to dispel the image from your mind. Yes, anyways, I'll let you choose the order of things. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Just don't make me look like a clown princess. Yes, okay, so we can go on ahead to the next choice. And then, okay, this is the next choice where I fucked up again because my logic was backwards the first time around we did this whole kidnapping, near abduction. This point, yes. Okay, right here. This is the point where I mixed up the logic in trying to fight my way and instead of trying to talk my way. And I was like, hey, if this time around, you know, we would have less of a chance of trying to get away because they are knights and they're like trained and shit like that. So I should have tried to convince them, but I ended up trying to fight them instead. And the right choice here is to try to convince them. Okay, no, don't apprehend me. You have no probable cause. What do you mean? Fighting back is useless when I am outnumbered. I have to try convincing them that I am not who they think I am. You are mistaken, sirs. I happened to overhear your conversation, and assuming I am some imaginary princess is unreasonable. The knights look at each other. Yes, you got the wrong person. You know she has a point. Oh, okay. She was listening in on our conversation. That's clearly suspicious. But, like, did you not hear what I just said? I happened to overhear it, nothing more. I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. You were cloaked as if you were trying to hide your features. Well, it's a cold night. Can you blame me? Being out at night without a cloak is a sure way to draw attention to a lady such as myself. Yes, you know, she has a point. Yeah, man. Stop saying that, man. Come on. Then, ma'am, there should be no problem with us taking you back to the palace. If we are mistaken, we'll clear up the misunderstanding and pay you handsomely. Oh no. Come on, let's take her to the palace. They tried to take me anyways. Whatever, we tried. This is the point where we're supposed to act a little bit smarter in trying to use our words, but I didn't. So yeah, let's just move on to the next choice then. The next choice is where we were discussing with Karma and Karma and Garland about his little dilemma with Jurian about confessing to his feelings for her, but this is the second time around that the topic has been brought up. Last time we said, oh, I understand why you wouldn't say it, but this time we're supposed to say, yeah, say it, like, you know, just tell her kind of thing. This is when we should be a little bit more forceful. There we are. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Nope, wait, I skipped on ahead. there's a choice before that. This is the point where we were talking. Oh no, we came upon the clearing that they were training in. Karma was still there. He was kind of just wrapping. No, he was preparing to train Jurian and Garland, but they haven't shown up yet. And we were there early, and we're like, oh, and we were talking about something. I forgot, but he got really close to us. But I didn't step away from him because I thought it's like a little bold thing to do. But no, we're supposed to step away from him. The guide said to step away from him. Step away from this beautiful man. He's standing too close. Step away from him. I take a step away from him and Karma's hands fall from my shoulders. He sighs out. The story better be just as dramatic as mine. Okay, thank you, Hana. Oh, for what? For what? Yeah, for agreeing to listen. Ah! And for what you just did. Okay, stepping away from him. Was I distracting him? Maybe. Oh, okay, no, this is where he was gonna tell us the story, his story, where it's like third person, and apparently we were supposed to step. Okay, anyways, whatever. Now we're gonna go to that choice with Garland. Okay, there we go. So, once again, the topic of Garland and Jurian and Garland's unrequited love, but not quite yet, so we're gonna have to give him a little push. We're supposed to tell him that you have to tell her. Tell her. You should tell her. Tell the girl. Claude told me before that confessing is hard, but what Garland is going through looks even harder. Princess, you know I'm incapable. No, you think you're incapable, and if you never say anything to her, you'll never know, right? Exactly. But if I say something wrong, I risk losing everything that I already have with her. And if you say nothing, you risk losing what you could have with her. Ooh, hoo-hoo, yes, Hana is right. Okay, yes, maybe you should really tell her, Garland. But before Claude was adamant that Garland shouldn't confess to Jurian. What changed? There we go. There. Man, I got everything backwards doing his route. Okay, so let's move on to the next choice then. It was only until like near the end of his route that I started getting the right choices, but whatever. What's done is done. So, Okay, so the next choice is basically the part where we asked Karma to train us, and he agreed to it, and then we met him back in the field here again in the clearing, but then he like snuck up on us and was like, you gotta look for an opening, you gotta like see what kind of weakness you can use against your enemy in order to get out of the situation. And the one where what we were supposed to do was basically bite his hand, and that's what I said. Bite his hand, but we didn't do it anyways because we were like, no, I can't do it because you injured your hand. And he's like, oh, I didn't think about that. But yeah, I chose right at that time. So let's skip that one and let's get to the next one after that. Here we are. This is the next choice after the point where we bit his hand, quote bite his hand during that little training session. But here, this is the day afterwards where Jurian and Garland got together, and then of course, as we're talking to them the next day, Karma was in a pissy mood. He was not having any of it. He was really snappy, and we were like, what the hell is wrong with him? And then, I said to comfort him before, but this time I was supposed to scold him because that's the right thing to do, and I had the thought to do it too, but then I was like, no, that might instigate him a little bit more, and I didn't do it, but we're supposed to do it, so here we go, scold him. It doesn't matter if something's bothering him. It isn't like him to be so rude. Yes, irritation is no excuse for rudeness. Fine, I apologize. Happy? Well, no. You're not sincere about it. He looks at me for a few moments, his expression twisted into a defiant scowl, but it doesn't hold long. Moments later, his expression softens and he looks away, almost in shame. I'm sorry. This apology sounds real, yes. But still, why do I feel so disappointed? Silence descends for a few moments before Claude abruptly stands up from his table. There we go, yeah. Excuse me, yeah. And he leaves. Okay, that's that. So now let's go on to the next choice, which is basically 2 weeks of just Karma ignoring us, and then we're out and about with Waltz doing errands, and this is where we decide to try to find a gift for Karma to cheer him up, but then we were having trouble, and Waltz suggested we do the errands first, or we look for the gift, or his gift first, and yeah. There we go. So here we are with Waltz, and he suggested the 2 options, and I said last time to look for Karma's gifts first because Hana was like, well, if I don't look for it now, I might not be able to give it to him tonight, but no, it worked out anyway, so let's run errands first. That's the right thing to do. Walt has a good point. We might find something while we do errands, and then we can get them out of the way. Yes. Oh no, I didn't want that. Sorry. Yes, besides, it is not right for me to put Claude above everyone else. Okay, yeah. We spend the next few hours gathering the supplies needed for the tavern, and only then do we start looking again for Claude's gift. Yes. Princess, I can hold more of those bags for you. Yes. So I'm fine. I'm used to carrying a lot of bags. Okay, there we go. So, there. God. Jesus. Again. I want to just, like, you know, slap myself because I was being stupid with all his choices. But anyway, let's fast forward to the next choices. Next choice, which is basically us coming up to Karma's room, and we are gonna give him the gift, but we didn't knock on his door, and then he was just like, "What do you want?" And we had the option of saying that we came to give you something, or we came to speak with you, and I should have said to speak with you. Here we are. There we go. So again, why do you do this again, Hana? Why do you come in and not knocking? And I don't know why either. Like, she should have honestly knocked. But anyways, whatever. We came to speak with you. So I came to give him something, but I also want to speak with him. I haven't seen Claude in a while. Yes. Why? Because you've been doing everything by yourself lately? You came to complain? No, I wanted to check on you. Yeah. Princess, can you not read the mood? You could have, but at the very least, knocked. I know, I should have. That's my bad. That's my bad. Anyways, he corners us again. In no time at all, Claude is suddenly right in front of me, his hands outstretched on either side of me, pinning me to the wall against the door. Yes. So we're gonna skip on ahead. He's gonna do his little dramatics. And we're gonna skip on to the next choice. What is the next choice? Oh, no. So, okay. So the next couple of choices is basically all the choices that I made right up until this, right afterwards. So it's like the whole, like, you know, we were out training, and then Karma sneaks up on us finally, and we had the choice of either turning around, because we knew it was Claude sneaking up on us, but we could have chosen to just kind of like turn to him, or just, you know, turn and point our sword to him because we were in the middle of training. And the same thing where he's like, oh, he apologized for his behavior, and then we revealed that the thing that we threw at him, the pendant, the locket, was a gift for him, and he was like, oh, thank you so much, like, you know, is there anything I can do in return? And we're like, I want a hug. So that's what I said, I want a hug. And then there was another choice where we said thank you instead of I'm sorry or something like that. It was in the room again where we were like, you know, for all the things that he's done, just like thank you up until this point. And there's another one where it's like, I want to talk to you. Yes, I think like where he was like, we were done training for the night, and then we wanted to hang around back with Karma, and he was like, oh, you know, what's up kind of thing. And before we were just, it was another choice, but the right choice was basically I want to talk to you some more. And then the other one was basically us promising to be behind Karma if we get attacked or something like that during like fighting and shit like that in the palace. And then the last choice we could make to get this good ending was basically when Karma was like, oh, if I tell you my secret, you're gonna be afraid of me. But we could reply, oh, what's there to be afraid of? Or I could never be afraid of you. And I said I could never be afraid of you, and that was the right choice. So yes, all the choices up until from here on forward, they're all right. I made the right choices, but of course it wasn't enough to, like, you know, be a good ending. But I'm just letting you guys know that's why you're gonna see a huge jump where it's probably up until the point where, you know, the beast is out kind of thing. So yeah. The Beauty and the Beast, Chapter 10! Yes! We got our... Yes! Yes, so that's our proper Chapter 10 title for our good ending instead of Beauty in the Beast in the Sinner. No, Beauty in the Sinner? I don't even know. Yes, Beauty in the Sinner, except this time it's the Beauty and the Beast. Yes, thank you. God, okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. We're gonna fix this shit. So where did the Beast come from? Where'd he come from? Well, we all know where he come from. Ugh. So the knights immediately rush towards me. I back away as far as I can without re-entering the throne room. Okay. So Princess, come quietly and we'll keep you somewhere safe until this all dies down. No, I cannot take them all at once. Even knowing that, I still pull out my sword. I take a few steps back and then suddenly feel my back pressed up against something. What? Ooh, what did I back into? Oh, hello! Hello, Beast! Hello, sir! The Beast stands behind me, its back to me. I stand in its shadow, and I realize that if I turned around, it could swap me to the walls, just like the rest of its victims. Please don't do that, sir. But it's just standing there. Okay. Together. Oh! Oh, yes! Okay, so now, okay. thankfully, now that Hana is kind of a little bit chill, and she's realizing that the beast isn't exactly going berserk on her just because she's within his vicinity. She can finally figure out who the hell this is. Together, yes. The beast says nothing more, though I still feel on edge. There is something oddly familiar about this. Claude told me once it was better to fight back to back. Yes. I will trust you for now, whatever you are. Whatever you are. I do not know if it understands me, but I can hope. It seems more like a human than any kind of animal. Because it is. Princess, get away from the beast. It will... Nah. The knight never finishes his sentence as the beast sends him flying through the air. Bye. Wow. So strong. Why is it helping me? Because the knights fall like dominoes to the beast, but manage to remain standing when I strike them with my sword. Even just taking one down is so hard. These men have been trained for years, while I haven't even had the luxury of a year. I know, but we're trying our best, okay? We're trying. Out of the corner of my eye, I sense movement. I see a gleam of silver, and I hear a grunt as a sword is raised into the air. The sword is nowhere near reaching me, but... Oh, the beast! Oh, no, Claude! The beast! I aim a kick at an approaching knight before whirling around to look at the beast. You okay, buddy? The oncoming sword comes closer to the beast's exposed back, and I know the beast will not be able to dodge in time. Are you gonna move? Are you gonna jump in front of him? I shove past the creature and catch the knight's sword with my own before it can harm the beast. Nice. My arms are shaking underneath the strength of the impact between our swords. I feel like my arms are going to give out. Then a flash of light appears, so bright that everyone is temporarily blinded. Whoa. What? Is it my good deed? I stumble back, rubbing at my eyes. From the sounds of it, the beast is continuing to drive back the knights, most of them shouting it to each other to retreat. What was that? When I am finally able to see again, my eyes automatically land on my feet. I stare in shock. My thing? Yes, my shoes! Shoes! Glass slippers. Oh, this is not a good time to be fighting in glass slippers, girl. I don't think, but hopefully everybody's running away now so we don't have to fight. I quickly reach up to my pendant and realize that it is no longer there. Yay, you broke your curse. I completed my 3 good deeds. Yes. Hana. Yes. It knows my name. Yes, because it's Claude. I look around and realize that the beast and I are alone, the knights having fled. Okay, great. Which means no fighting in glass slippers, which is awesome. Did the beast drive off the rest of them? Yes, he did. I feel a pressure at my back and realize that the beast is touching me. My first instinct is to run, but the words it utters next paralyze me. You... okay? Yes, I am. Every word sounds breathless and pained, like it takes too much to speak. Oh, it is worried about me. Yes, because Claude! I watch in shock as the beast appears to gesture toward my shoes. You... did it. Yes, I did. Thank you. I step back warily. What are you? Well, the beast reaches out and I see something glittering in the palm of its hand. The locket, yes. Yeah, we found out too late because when he was dying, that's when we saw the locket, yeah. The rose locket. Yeah, for a few moments, my heart plummets into my stomach and my hands begin to quiver. What did you do to Claude? No, he is Claude though. The beast's shadow figures curl over the locket even as he stares at me. I gave that locket to Claude, yes. The beast only stares at me for a few moments longer, and then suddenly I realize that his words, nothing more than a pained growl, do not hold any malice. I gave that locket to... you? Yes. The beast slowly nods. My grasp on my sword loosens as I stare at him in shock, realization dawning upon me. Yay! 2 and 2 together. Claude? Yes. Yes. So this is your secret. Why would you not tell me? I could have hurt you. Yeah, right? I could have killed you. I did in another timeline, but now we won't talk about that anymore, okay? Claude has another form, a cursed form, and he never told me. Yes. Why? Because he was scared. As my mind whirls, I feel everything coming together like the pieces of a puzzle. Yes. There, all the flashback, everything is starting to make sense now. Secrets are secrets for a reason, princess. You should know that. If I could speak of them, I would. But I can't. Yeah. Hana, I wish I could explain. You would hate me, or more accurately, you would be afraid of me. All those times Claude was clutching at his chest. You were touching your tattoo so many times before, like you were in pain. The beast growls, and the sound is surprisingly soft, almost a sigh. Oh. Curse. Oh, then the tattoo was a warning. Oh, the first time I saw that tattoo was a beautiful rose. The second time, it had more thorns. When the rose became ensnared in thorns, did he transform? I guess that's how it works. Okay, yeah, makes sense. And he always touched his tattoo when he came closer to me. When he came too close to me. Claude, your curse did not just make others fall in love with you. It stopped you from loving anyone too, didn't it? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Beauty and the Beast, yeah, because he was transformed into a beast by the witch, like this ugly beast, then to prevent him from, like, you know, ever being approached and looked at as, like, anything but human, you know? Ah, clever. Yes. He mentioned that woman before, the one who he thought loved him but didn't. Is it possible that she saw him in this form and was terrified of him? Oh, that made sense. That made sense. If you loved anyone, you would turn into a beast. Ah. Ah. You loved a woman once, but she only loved you because of your curse. The minute you transformed, she was scared of you. Wasn't she? Yes. Ah, he sounds so pained. The reason Claude has been trying to hide everything from me is because he is scared that I would have feared him. That is why beauty has always been so important to him, but the curse cast upon him makes him both beautiful and a beast. Yeah. I wanted you to love me. But I do! I do, girl, but I do! But no one could love a beast. A beast, yeah. Oh man, his words are dwindling. It almost sounds like he's being suffocated on the inside with how slowly he's speaking. Oh no, what do we gotta do? Is he dying? Is he dying like the beast? Well, the beast actually got stabbed, wasn't he? And then like the power of love and this shit, that's what reversed his curse kind of thing. Oh no, what I gotta do? I gotta kiss you? I gotta tell you, hey big guy, the sun's getting real low? Like, help me out here. Claude, I have never cared much about appearances. People have worn masks on their faces their whole life around me. Claude, I take a deep breath and face him. I love you, man. I will love you no matter what form you take. Yes, I drop my sword to the ground and make my way over to him. I rest my cheek on his chest and wrap my arms around him. Come here, big guy. I bet you're really nice to hug. All that fur and shit. I love you. The room is filled with a bright and gentle light. It almost feels like I am bathing in sunlight. For a few moments, I forget my worries. Everything feels blissful and quiet, and my heart feels full. Then, moments later, I feel warm arms around my waist. Yay! True love and shit like that. Yes. Well, it's bright. That's bright. I love you too, Hana. Yeah. It's so bright out. Hey! You're back! Hey, when I open my eyes, I still can't see anything, even though I know that the light has faded. Yeah, it's bright as hell. That warmth is still there too, but now I feel it immediately on my skin, and I realize that it is because Claude is hugging me. Aw, hugs. Hugs! Not as a beast, but as a man. Did I break his curse? Yes, I did. Yes, you did. I realize this is the first time Claude has ever touched me for a long period of time without abruptly moving away. Tentatively I move my hands, feeling the fabric of his shirt and the warmth of him underneath it. Claude! Oh, Claude! But before I can finish my sentence, my lips are sealed. I feel Claude's lips on mine, only briefly, but it is enough to make me suddenly feel faint. Ah! He pulls away from me with a brilliant smile. I've always wanted to do that. Oh, me too. Low-key. Hana, you're blushing. If I could, I would kiss you again, but we have some urgent things to attend to. Right. We gotta, the king, he's still tied up in the throne room, and the queen, I don't even know where the hell she is. Oh shit, no, stop that. Yes, urgent matters to attend to. The king and the queen, we must go help them. Help them? Okay, the reality of the situation begins to seep back into me. Right. My father, Varg, Alcaster, they are still in the throne room. Oh, right, yes, he's still alive? Really? Oh, the king! Oh, the king! Let's go, Hana. Battle's not over yet! Oh my god, when Claude and I rush into the throne room, my attention is immediately grabbed by the king calling my name. Hello! Hana! Yes, because we broke our curse, so now he remembers. He is still bound to the throne room, his gag is removed. Okay, a rush of relief floods through me. Okay. Oh, still bound to his throne though. Did I say room? I don't know. Anyways, but he's still bound. But at least he could talk. He's alive. He is alive and he remembers me. Yes. Thank God. My gaze is down to the two men battling at the base of the throne. Their swords are locked together in a stalemate. What? Is Varg and Alcaster fighting each other? Alcaster and... Oh, Fritz! What? Whoa! This is like the first time we've seen them ever since we were cursed in the very beginnings of like the whole story. Like, oh my god, dude, my man. What has happened here? Yeah, man. Dude, this is not how you gain power. Of course not. I knew you would be a thorn in my side from the moment I concocted this plan. Where is Varg? I don't know. He just laughed because he's like, I'm done. The only one here is me, and I will. Fritz's concentration slips as his eyes land on me. The opening is small, but it is enough to give Alcaster the opportunity he needs. Oh no! Dude, watch out! Pay attention! Claude is already running over to hell, but even he is too slow. Is he gonna die? Wait. Oh no! Alcaster disarms Fritz before driving his sword through Fritz's chest. He does? What? What? No! We just met you again. What? Alcaster pulls a sword out of Fritz's chest just fast enough to deflect Claude's attack. As Claude drives Alcaster away from the throne, I rush to where Fritz had collapsed to the ground. His eyes are already growing glassy. Fritz! What? I lean over him. There's so much blood. Yeah, he just got stabbed in the chest. There's no shoulder wound here. Oh my god. I glare at Alcaster. How could you do this to your own son? Anyone in my way will meet my sword. Blood does not matter. Wow. Princess. Still, don't talk. I turn back to Fritz in alarm, tears in my eyes. Fritz, hold on. Hold on, Fritz. Don't speak. You need to conserve your energy. Yeah. Princess, I'm sorry. No, Fritz, please don't speak. Don't speak. Yeah, please don't speak. I feel bitter tears stinging my eyes. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I watch as the life seeps from Fritz's eyes. I put my hand to his chest to feel for a heartbeat, but Fritz's body is still. What? Fritz? This is unexpected. What the hell? I did not see this coming. I glance up at the sound to see Claude at the far side of the room, struggling to get to his feet. Hana, watch out! What? I turn, but am not fast enough. I see Alcaster's sword raised high in the air, and I know it will reach me before I can pick up my sword. Oh, is that Delora? Holy shit, Delora! The sword falls from Alcaster's hand as a bright red ribbon of light twines around the hilt and drags it far from reach. I turn and see Delora standing a short distance away, Jurian, Garland, and Waltz all standing behind her. Dude, where were you? I'm afraid your performance as king has been incredibly disappointing, yeah. Has been incredibly disappointing. Duh. Jurian and Garland move together, rushing Alcaster from the same side. I see Claude moving in from the other side, quiet and lethal. Princess. Waltz and Delora rush over to me as the fighting continues. Alcaster has reclaimed the sword and is trying to evade attacks from 3 different swords at once. The king. And Fritz! Waltz nods at me, his gaze lingering on Fritz as his expression becomes solemn. He walks off to the throne while Delora kneels beside me. Delora shakes her head, and that is all I need to know that there is nothing more to be done. But, like, am I not supposed to romance Fritz at some point? Like, hello? We will make sure he is properly honored, but for now we need to get you out of here. But what about Ophelia? Yeah. Waiting for us somewhere safe. I constructed a shield around her that will keep her hidden from view and harm until we return for her. Okay. Weren't we meant to bring the royal family back to the Marchen first? Not when we're missing the king. Besides, plans change when a magical beast starts rampaging in the castle. Yeah, sorry about that. Princess. I turn to look at Alcaster, who is still somehow managing to scream my name despite the fact that he is being quickly overwhelmed. Oh, I should just be like more of an angry yell, right? He's like, Princess! Princess, we could have worked together. Nah, hell no, not your seedy, shady looking ass. No. If you were more like your mother, you could have ruled with grace, beauty, and fear. No. What's the point of being feared if you're not loved? I flinch back and Dolores' hands come to rest on my forearms, her grip steadying. That is enough. Okay. Yay! I look up and see that the king has stopped to stand beside me. To my surprise, the king rests a gentle hand on my shoulder, his eyes soft as he looks at me. Aw. Hana, we have a lot to talk about, but right now I have something I must do. Right. Reclaim my throne. Your throne, yes. I nod mutely and watch as the king draws his sword. Okay. He makes his way to Alcaster, Jurian... Oh, he makes his way to Alcaster. Jurian, Garland, and Claude step back from where they have forced Alcaster to one knee. Okay. You are a traitor lacking any honor, Alcaster. Yes, you were the one that lacked honor. A ruler must have the people beneath his thumb. Oh, shut up. A ruler must lead people, not suffocate them. His oath as king is to protect them. You are no king, Alcaster, and you never will be. For your crimes, I find you guilty and incapable of rehabilitation. The sentence for the severity of your crimes is death. Death by sword. The king raises his sword, and I turn away before he strikes down his sword. There is no sound or scream to follow. I turn once more to see that the king has pointed the sword at Alcaster's chest, but has not killed him. Okay. You will stay in the prisons until the time for your trial comes. Oh, right, great. Though you might try to refute these claims, you will be tried as a traitor to this kingdom. And then you will be executed. Yeah, I can't do that here and now because you'll dirty the floor. Alcaster's shoulders fall, and the glare never leaves his face, not even when guards seize him and drag him from the room. The king immediately sends Jurian and Garland out to deal with any knights that are still a part of the coup. Delore and Claude help with moving Fritz's body, while Waltz tries his best to fill the king in on the most basic points of our successful operation. I'm still like, hello, but Fritz, damn! Everything has died down a little bit over the last hour, but I still feel overwhelmed. Yeah, 'cause people died. I glance at Waltz and the king, who are still speaking. Every time the king sees me looking at him, he flashes me an uncertain smile before glancing away. I know he wants to speak with me, but I will talk to him after I can get Fritz's body out of my mind. It was my fault he died, wasn't it? He saw me and stumbled. Hey, princess. What are you doing here? Here, I thought you'd change, but you still got some feistiness in you, don't you? Yeah, I do. Kind of. But in a more positive use, you know? Many years ago, when the war ended, we were all faced with a feeling just like this, princess. We had lost so much, and the future seemed so grim. But now it's different. You have a future. Aw, dear. I'm happy you think that. You broke your curse, princess. That gives you some kind of hope. And in addition, you broke karma's. I did. Memories of Claude's arms around me, of his lips on mine, come flying back to my foggy mind. My heart still feels tight, but it is a little lighter when I think about him. I wish he was here right now. Where'd he go? How did I break Claude's curse? True love! Claude, I don't think I'll ever get used to his real name. Seems like he hasn't told you yet. I guess it's been pretty hectic. So Claude turned into a beast because he loved me? Well, I guess I could give you the laydown of his curse. Please. I mean, we could desist. Oh, why? Delore has not even started to speak when Claude runs into the room, gasping as if he's been running through the halls. Wow, you must have really good hearing, huh? Curse! Are you speaking about my curse? Yes. There's no way he heard us talking in the hallway, is there? Even I feel at a loss for words right now. I sense that you might be talking about me. Wow. Okay. The princess was just asking me about your curse. Oh, then I was right to come running. And here I was just guessing at what you might be talking about. Oh my god. Alright. Claude's curse was based off of the tale, The Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, we know that. It's pretty obvious enough. Claude easily finishes her sentence. Delore holds up her hands as if in surrender. He's like, I got this. I was the one who was cursed, so I must explain this. So eager to steal the spotlight. Well, it's Claude. So, well, you are talking about me after all. Exactly. He's the star of the show. He is the main character. You always told me that your curse was just the beauty's curse, though. Yeah. So, well, yes, because the other half was a little difficult to explain, wasn't it? Yeah. He has a point, though I think he might have been able to save us all some trouble if he hadn't been so secretive about his curse, right? Like, again, We killed you because we thought that you're going to hurt us, and I had no idea you were the beast. He must really have been scared that I would shun him. Ah, yeah, true. Allow me to explain, princess. In the fairy tale, a prince of a kingdom is transformed into a beast because his heart is as cold as ice. Yes. Sounds familiar to a certain icy princess, eh? I know! Oh my god, like 2 peas in a pod. Yes, just trying to lighten the mood. Claude sighs. It's all in the past now, whatever. I would call Hana something far more flattering, like my sweet beloved. Okay, so we were talking about your curse. Let's get that out of the way first. Alright, well anyway, the witch who cursed the prince in the tale tells him that he has to learn to love and be loved before the petals of a rose completely fall off. Yes. Learn to love and be loved, yes. A rose. Yes, a rose. Yes, she gives him a rose and he keeps it protected under glass. Some time passes and the rose continues to wither away. Yes, the whole rose in the jar thing. A maiden finds the beast and eventually the two fall in love. At the end of the tale, she confesses her love to the beast and he transforms back into a human. Yes, we all know how that went. By confessing, I saved you? Yes. But his curse was different from the tale. Yes, because he didn't start out as a beast. He transformed into a beast if he happens to feel any sort of true love. I know what you're thinking, that my curse was somewhat different. Yes, it's pretty obvious. It was more complicated, yes. The witch made it so that I was both the beauty and the beast. She said it suited me because I was so vain. Oh yeah, The witch constructed a very roundabout curse. Any woman who falls for me falls in love with me as the beauty. Yes, we all saw that. And when I transformed into a beast, the enchantment would break and they would become terrified of me. Oh, so for that split second where he's the beast, he's in beast mode, the curse doesn't have any effect at all. Oh, Haha. Okay. Wow, that is really complicated. I doubt Claude ever thought he would break his curse. The love women felt for him while he was cursed was always fake. Yes. How could that kind of love hold strong when he turned into a beast if it was never true to begin with? See? Which is why you came along. Which is why it worked out for us. And then you came along, princess. I bet he'd just about given up hope and was waiting for you to dispel the curse on your birthday, but now here you both are. Yes. But the Ice Princess, in love? What a miracle. Stop. I turn away embarrassed. It is not a miracle. I am very glad I met you, Hana. Same. Lady Dolores' words are the truth. I had just about given up hope. I never had any hopes of breaking my curse. Aww. But here you are. I had thought that the only way to fix it would be to have you dispel it on your birthday, but not like I could do it anyways. Not like I magically learned how to use magic on my 18th birthday. But then I came to know you and, yes, he fell in love, a fairy tale indeed. You started out frowning at everyone and everything. You've come a long way, princess. I know, right? Feel proud. Congratulations, you turned out to be a pretty okay princess. Only okay? I thought I was pretty good. I thought I was pretty great. And you turned out to be a pretty okay witch. Yes. Gas! Do my ears deceive me? A compliment from our little witch? Hey now. Yes, oh well, true. We are in leagues with each other now. You look so surprised, but you'll be the new bearer of our crystal real soon, princess. I expect good things from you. Yeah, okay. Right, I almost forgot about that part, right? I'll try my best. Yet another miraculous proclamation from the little witch. Will the surprises never cease? Shut up. Before I can snap at Delora again, the king awkwardly interjects, coming to stand next to us with Waltz by his side. Ooh, your majesty. Pardon the intrusion. Oh, not at all, your majesty. Yes. Yeah. Hi, Dad. Waltz told me that you were cursed, that's why I forgot about you. Yes. So don't feel too bad. Even if it was by a curse, I feel terrible that such a thing could have ever happened. So I will make it up to you. Why? How? We can catch up from where we were many, many years ago, and maybe things can be different. Oh, maybe. I don't know. That's a lot of catching up. I'm sorry. What for? For being the way that I was before, for shunning Ophelia and her children. Oh, Ophelia, did they bring her back to the Marchen? Yeah, where the hell is she? Ophelia is still here. After the fight was over, she was shown back to her room. She is still waiting for Rod and Emmeline to return. Now would you maybe be willing? That's a really confuddled sentence. So now, would you maybe be willing to tell me the story from the beginning? Yes, there you go. Perhaps I could fill in the gaps, Your Majesty. Claude? The king looks startled when he stares at Claude. He blinks as if he has just noticed his presence. Oh my god, aren't you the prince in the next kingdom? What are you doing here? Oh, and you are? Oh, really? You don't recognize him? Claude elegantly bows before the king. I am Prince Claude of Brigantia. A pleasure to finally meet you, Your Majesty. He's like, what? The Lost Prince? Yeah, oh yeah, technically he is the Lost Prince, yes. The king turns to me with a puzzled look. It's a long story. Claude surprises me by wrapping an arm around my shoulders and pulling me closer to him. Everyone looks shocked except for Dolora, who looks like she's trying not to laugh. Yeah, as the princess's lover, I feel it my obligation to help her explain this whole mess. Wow, he's just so quick to stake claim. Oh. I feel my face getting hotter at Claude's sudden proclamation. All their eyes are now on me and I suddenly feel like hiding myself. Only Claude would so bluntly say such a thing. The king looks more shocked than anything. When did this happen? Well, Your Majesty, I think we had better start at the beginning. Yes. Long time ago, once upon a time, we were able to tell the king everything, save for where Varg had disappeared to. No one was sure where he had gone in all of the chaos. The knights' searches for him all ended in failure. A lot of explaining had to be done, not just to the king, but also to the people at the tavern, and the good citizens of, Angiel. As soon as everything has calmed down, Rod and Emily finally went back to the palace. I apologized to them as best as I could, and they all seemed willing to try again with me. Aw, that's cute. And I'm willing to try again too. Aw, as for Claude... Hey, doesn't that mean we have a royal wedding at hand? So you're going back? Yeah, well, it kinda has to. Are you sure you don't want to come to Brigantia with me just for a short holiday? I would love nothing more than to introduce you to my family. Aww. Mother would shower you with gifts, father would, well, tease you probably. He makes jokes frequently, and Llama. Llama? Well, what did you just say? Llama? He has a pet llama. Dang, my brother, Llama. What? What? I'm confused. I'm Confucian. Another acronym. We're Karma and Llama. Oh, that's cute. Okay, that's cute. I mean, Karma he drew the better straw out of the bunch, but like, Llama. Does your father do these things on purpose? I told you, he likes jokes. My brother's real name is Lance. I was going to bring you back and introduce the two of you. Aw, that's cute. And you could tell my little brother how very charming I am. Is it just my imagination, or is there a glimmer of competition in his eyes? As much as I would like to meet your family, you have your own obligations here. Yeah. And you need to let your family know that you are safe and alive. Indeed. Like, how long have you been gone? 2 years, was it? But the thought of being separated from you... Oh, you can live without me for a short while. You're fine. Claude sighs before he leans down and plants a kiss on my forehead. Aww. I'll miss you. Yeah, same. You won't be gone for that long. Love, that's not how you're supposed to respond. I'm just being realistic. You're supposed to say, my sweet prince, I'll miss you too. Oh, fine then, I'll miss you. Maybe. Claude raises an eyebrow at me and then smiles. I'll be back for your birthday. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. I love you, Hannah. Aw, thank you. Really? Oh, so the events didn't happen before, like, the night before our birthday, I guess? Okay, whatever. Because it did for Rod. So it has only been a few weeks since Claude left, but I am impatient. The king has been throwing grand dinners every night in preparation for my birthday, but I can hardly concentrate on anyone else when I am thinking of Claude. Claude! I told him about all the smallest birthday celebrations. I thought he would be here for them. My birthday is in a few days. When will he come back? He'll show up, don't worry. He won't actually miss your actual birthday, you know. I have tried to make myself busy, mainly by continuing my sword practices with Jurian and Garland, but who have both rejoined the Order of Caldera. Every time I am around the knights, I think of Fritz. Oh, poor Fritz. I shall bring some new flowers tomorrow. If Claude would just return already, we could go pay our respects together. Claude! My beautiful prince, you're back. Just by, you know, speak of the devil. Hello, Hana, my love, my sunshine, my beautiful betrothed. Oh, I can't with him. Claude? I shake my head and try to gather my thoughts. First of all, you did not knock. And you gave me so much shit for not knocking on your room door. Second, we are not engaged. Yet. We may as well be, don't you think? Oh, shut up. At the very least, knock before you come in. Still worried I would come in on you in the middle of changing? Yes. Would you have minded so terribly? Yes. Yes! It's worth saying those things to you just to see you blush. Oh, shut up. Why are you even here? It's your birthday tomorrow, I think. Yes? His arrival was so sudden, and I had absolutely no time to prepare. Claude sighs dramatically. You didn't want me back here? No. No, I mean, you did not even write to say you'd be back today. I just wasn't expecting you. Give me time, man. I did say I would be back for your birthday. I am a man of my word. Should I have stayed out longer? No, of course not. I grumble as Claude walks over to my bed, grinning. He sits down on the bed next to me and wraps an arm around my waist, pulling me closer. Shut up. Go away. I sigh out and lean my head on his shoulder. It is a startling contrast to what it used to be. Before, if I touched him, he would flinch and turn away from me. Now he is always right next to me. Aw, isn't that nice? Claude's whole body seems to relax when I tentatively wrap my arms around him and hug him back. I knew I would miss you, but it really was terrible being away from you. Aw. But you enjoyed the time with your family, right? At least? I did, and my brother was very frustrated that I spoke about you almost every hour of the day. Oh, I'm flattered. How could you have that much to say about me? Oh, I felt that I didn't have enough time to list off all of your virtues. I nudge him in the arm, but he just grins at me. A glint from Claude's pocket catches my eye, and I flush proudly when I notice the rose locket. Looking at the locket makes me think back to that night when he transformed back into a prince. Lost in thought, are we? Yes. I was just noticing the locket. You still carry it around with you. Of course you would. Yeah, of course I do. It has become my most valuable possession. He pulls the little locket out and pops it open. I am startled when I see the small sheet of paper with my own words on it. My message to him is still there, and Claude smiles as he reads the words aloud. Our normal words would have withered, so I offer this one instead, in heartfelt thanks. I say nothing when he turns to look at me. Oh, your cheeks are red again. Your embarrassment is adorable, darling. Stop. I am not embarrassed. Go away. I just didn't think he'd keep the words in there or that they would ever mean so much to him. Yes, of course. You just have exceptionally rosy cheeks, Yes. Natural blush. He pauses as he closes the locket again and looks at it fondly. I love this locket because it is the first gift you gave me. He was holding the locket as the beast too. It was half of the reason I recognized him. I jump as Claude gently taps my nose with his finger. This locket isn't going anywhere anytime soon, I can assure you. Well, good, because I spent a lot of money on it. I smile as he winks at me. Anyway, allow me to pull you back into the present. Since I promised you no more secrets, let me tell you something. What? Oh? Claude looks away from me, his eyebrows furrowing, and I frown. But I hope it is nothing serious. I'm nervous about sitting down to dinner with your father tonight. Oh no, you're fine. You're nervous? I start laughing without even meaning to. You're laughing at my pain, princess? Yes. He pulls me closer and kisses the top of my head. But you are too flamboyant to be nervous. I'm confident, princess, not flamboyant. There's a difference. Right. Oh, you sweetie. Claude's expression grows more solemn. He looks at me seriously, almost sad. What? Almost sadly. Hana, I'm still sorry about lying to you. That whole time I made myself up to be someone beautiful, someone I wasn't. I believed I was truly a good person on the inside and that I deserved good things even though I was selfish. He's already apologized to me before, too many times. I know, right? Like, I'm over it. Claude, you do not have to apologize. No, that witch was right to curse me. I've always had everything handed to me on a silver platter. When I came to NGL, I believed that if it wasn't going to help break my curse, it wasn't important. And then I met you. Aw, at first I thought I would just have to get on your good side so you could help me dispel my curse. But then, Hana, I realized I was drawn to your confidence and commitment. But I could never admit that I was in love with you. I was so scared that if I transformed into a beast and you were scared of me, I would lose my chance at winning your heart. So you see, Princess, I was selfish. I wanted all of you without having to give you all of me. But in the end, I gave you all of me. And you gave me all of you. I looked down to where our hands are intertwined, and I gripped his fingers tighter. I've told you enough times now that you have nothing to apologize for, right? But if you insist on apologizing, maybe you ought to do something to make it up to me. Maybe another kiss? Those words are out of my lips before I can even think them. I stopped suddenly, trying to ignore the hot flush in my cheeks. Ooh. Oops. Claude looks at me puzzled. For a few moments, I feel triumphant that I have caught him off guard. Then the puzzled look fades and Claude just grins at me. Oh my, so forward. Forward. I opened my mouth to apologize when he suddenly grabs my hands and tugs me down to the bed. Okay, wow. Oh, the instincts Claude taught me in my sword fighting are quickly overwhelmed by my surprise, and in no time at all, he has pinned me down to the bed and is looming just above me, smiling. Oh my god, Claude, stop. God. I'm disappointed. Shut up, Princess, you knew my weakness and you didn't even exploit it there. Your weakness? Yes. He leans closer to me and our nose almost touch. My weakness is you, Hana. Oh, God, shut up. Shut up and kiss me. Kiss me, you fool. He leans down and our lips finally meet. I relax into the contact, my earlier tension melting away as warmth flows through me. He pulls away and smiles at me. You see, I let my guard down in front of you. I let my guard down in front of him too. And only him. This whole time, all I've wanted to do is to be able to touch him like this. His fingers move gently up my arm, and he leans down to kiss me again. Aww. Oh. God damn it. Who the hell? The sound of knocking startles us both. A muffled voice comes through the door. Princess, the king is requesting your presence down in the dining hall, and he says that your friends have arrived. Oh. Princess? I hear the doorknob begin to turn and quickly speak. Yes, I will be there in a minute. Yes, I will let him know, Princess. First the curse and now this. It is as if the world is conspiring against us. He kisses me once more on the forehead before slowly sitting up and running a hand through his hair. I catch the mischievous look in his eyes as I smooth down my own ruffled hair. Don't worry, Hana, we'll just finish this later. Oh, shut up. Yeah, I'm expecting it. Shit. I feel my cheeks flush. You say such uncouth things. Claude chuckles before he stands up and offers his hand. I take it and smile up at him. But I still love you for it. I love you, Hana, and now I get to say it as many times as I like. I love you too, Claude. Same. Hashtag same. I stand up on my toes to plant a quick kiss on his lips before heading to the door. Let's go, Claude. Let's go. Let's go, my sweet prince. Is that it? Is that our end? That's our ending. That's so cute. Aww. Okay, I'm gonna skip that on the credits regardless anyways, because, you know, nothing too crazy happens in the credits. Just all the cutscenes we could get and, like, you know, this really nice soundtrack, this piano, yes. We are back on this main menu and we have Claude! We have added Claude to our little badge of honor here in this little thing here. Yes, so we've completed Karma's route now. Yay! What did I say? Yes, I said Claude, right? Oh, Claude, Karma, same person. Anyways, yes, we finished this route. Yay, that was its good ending. Oh my god, it's so cute. But anyways, it's a good ending, but like, damn, freaking Fritz died. I did not expect that. Like, I thought we were all gonna get off scotch-free, but no, apparently not. Like, oh man, that sucks. And like, I don't know. That makes me super curious as to, like, you know, like what would happen, you know, in terms of like Fritz's story then. Like, if this is just like maybe an alternate like timeline kind of thing where it's like, of course, probably, yeah, the stories aren't really connected, so like maybe only exclusively in Karma's route and story, that's where Fritz dies. But I'm sure he survives in his routes, obviously. But dang, throw him under the bus, why don't you? But yeah, I really liked that. I really liked Karma's route. I think more so Rod's route, because I like the fact that the thing that I liked about Rod's route is that his curse, in terms of his curse and how like the writers were able to kind of like, make it so that it's like in that kind of format where they take the original storyline, obviously, of the Little Mermaid, rather than the whole like the PG version of the Little Mermaid in terms of like the Disney version. Because yeah, I like that they use the original fairy tales. I mean, yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's the most obvious thing to do. Beauty and the Beast, I'm not too sure if there was an actual like there's an original version, or there's just like the Disney version actually came really close to the original version. But anyways, regardless, I still like their twist on like implementing the curse on Karma, in terms of like he is both the Beauty and the Beast, where if just like regularly he's like this beautiful man who's like he's like cursed to have all these women fall in love with him uncontrollably, and and if he so happens to feel some sort of like sense of true love, then he gets turned into a beast, and that curse of being so attractive to all these women would wear off, and they wouldn't have any effect on the women, and to see him in his true kind of quote quote true form as a beast, then they would all be scared and run away from him and shit like that, and therefore he can't break he can't break his crystal like easily. So yeah, there's that. Like wow, like yeah, it didn't start off with just him basically just starting out as a beast and then coming back to being human. It's just basically he's a mixture of both, which I like. I super totally like that. I like the creativity behind that. Did I get all his like CGs? Did I? I hope I did. Karma. Yes, I did. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm like really fangirling over Karma. I don't know, for me, like even though I struggled a lot in his route, for some reason I really liked his personality in a sort of sense where he's flamboyant, but he also has this like really sensitive, like secretive side. I don't even know, like I tend to lean towards those kind of characters. I don't even know why in games, but in IRL it's just like, ugh, no. But anyways, yeah, I again, regardless, I still really liked the way his curse was laid out and how it worked, like the function of his curse. But anyways, there we go, his good happy ending. We got together with him, and we good, we Gucci. Next up, I can't remember who's the next guy that we're supposed to romance in terms of like the order that is recommended for this game. I'm gonna check real quick and see. I have a feeling it might be Rumpel. I swear it might be. Yes, it's Rumpel. Oh, what a guy. I don't like Rumpel that much. I don't know. Maybe I might come to like him once we get into his route. But he is like the extreme version of Karma in terms of like his flamboyancy and just these flowery words that he tends to spew out. But yeah, so I don't know, I'm pretty curious still in terms of like we get to know a little bit more on Rumpel's character. He seems like he seems like quite the guy. Anyways, so there's that. There we go. Thank you for joining me on my quest to completing so far 2 routes of Cinderella Phenomenon. We got 3 more left to go, and of course the next time we come back to this game we are going to start off on Rumpel's character route, so tune in on that. But for now, bye!